In this video, we create a place of remembrance, honoring those who've recently left us and reflecting on the lasting influence they gave the world. Alongside these tributes, we also celebrate the legendary career of Jimmy Uso, whose unmatched legacy continues to inspire wrestling fans everywhere. Subscribe today and be part of a community that treasures these unforgettable stories. Shad Gaspard, born on January 13, 1981, was a multi-talented American professional wrestler, actor, and model whose life and career left a lasting impression on fans around the world. Best known for his time in WWE as one half of the popular tag team Cryme Tyme, Gaspard's charisma and larger-than-life personality made him an unforgettable figure in the wrestling world. He began his journey in the early 2000s, performing in various independent promotions before signing with WWE in 2006. Teaming up with his partner JTG, Cryme Tyme quickly captured the hearts of fans with their energetic matches, comedic segments, and unique incorporation of hip-hop culture into their personas. The duo's chemistry and creativity made them a standout act, and they became beloved for both their in-ring skills and their ability to entertain. Outside the squared circle, Gaspard was equally ambitious and versatile. He explored acting, appearing in films such as Get Hard, and making appearances on television shows, including The Wrestler. Beyond his work in entertainment, he was deeply passionate about fitness and health, consistently promoting a lifestyle centered on strength, discipline, and wellness. Those who knew him often spoke of his dedication, not just to his craft, but to inspiring others to lead better, healthier lives. Tragically, Gaspard's life was cut short in a heroic act that revealed the depth of his character. While enjoying a day at the beach in California with his young son, he was caught in a rip current. In a selfless act of bravery, he ensured his son's safety before he himself was swept out to sea. Despite rescue efforts, Gaspard was pronounced dead days later. His courage and love for his son resonated with fans and fellow wrestlers alike, prompting an outpouring of grief and admiration from the wrestling community and beyond. In the years since his passing, Shad Gaspard has been remembered not only for his vibrant career and talent, but for the unwavering love and heroism he demonstrated in his final moments. WWE and various organizations paid tribute to his legacy, celebrating a man who was, above all, a devoted father, a dedicated performer, and a true hero. Melissa Coates, born on June 18, 1971, in Markham, Ontario, Canada, was a remarkable talent whose career spanned professional wrestling, fitness, and modeling. From a young age, Coates displayed a passion for athletics, dedicating herself to fitness and eventually carving out a name for herself in the world of bodybuilding. Her commitment to health and strength not only shaped her physique, but also laid the foundation for her transition into professional wrestling, where her combination of power, agility, and charisma would become her signature. Coates made her wrestling debut in the late 1990s, entering a world that was slowly beginning to recognize the importance of women in the sport. She quickly stood out in various promotions, including Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. Her striking presence in the ring, honed from years of bodybuilding, allowed her to perform impressive moves while maintaining an athletic aesthetic that captivated audiences. In ECW, she became known for her dynamic matches and ability to connect with fans, balancing technical skill with a larger-than-life personality. Her storylines and rivalries left an impression, earning her respect from both peers and wrestling enthusiasts alike. Outside the ring, Coates continued to inspire through fitness modeling and competitions, using her platform to promote health, strength, and confidence. She was passionate about encouraging women to embrace fitness and pursue their own goals, advocating for positive body image and self-discipline. Tragically, Melissa Coates passed away at the age of 52, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate in the worlds of wrestling and fitness. Her journey reflected resilience, determination, and a willingness to break barriers in a male-dominated industry. Today, fans and fellow wrestlers remember her not just for her physical abilities, but for the courage, dedication, and trailblazing spirit she brought to every challenge. Melissa Coates remains an inspiring figure, celebrated for her contributions to women's wrestling and for the path she paved for future generations of female athletes. Larry Hennig, born on June 18, 1936, carved out a lasting legacy in the world of professional wrestling, not just through his own accomplishments, but through the remarkable lineage he helped create. Known affectionately as the Axe, Hennig became a respected figure across multiple wrestling promotions, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF. Beyond his in-ring persona, he was a devoted father to Curt Hennig, better known to fans as Mr. Perfect, and the proud grandfather of Curtis Axel and Amy Ms. Perfect Hennig, making the Hennig name synonymous with wrestling excellence across generations. Larry's wrestling journey began in the late 1950s when he trained under the legendary Verne Gagne in the AWA. Early on, he displayed an impressive combination of athleticism and intensity, quickly earning a reputation for his no-nonsense style. His finishing move, a devastating elbow drop that came to define him as the Axe, became a crowd favorite and a symbol of his sheer power in the ring. Even as a young wrestler, Hennig faced the typical ups and downs of the sport, but his resilience and dedication allowed him to capture the AWA Tag Team Championship alongside Duke Hoffman, marking one of his earliest career highlights. In the 1960s, Hennig ventured into the Texas wrestling territories, where he embraced a more aggressive style that suited the local fans' appetite for hard-hitting action. He captured the Texas heavyweight title and found tremendous success as part of a dynamic and infamous tag team with Harley Race. Known for their cocky attitudes and willingness to bend the rules, Hennig and Race became one of the most talked-about duos in the tag team division, securing the AWA World Tag Team Championship 3 times and leaving an indelible mark on wrestling history. However, Hennig's career wasn't without its hardships. In 1967, a severe knee injury during a match brought one of his most promising runs to an abrupt halt, forcing him to step back from the momentum he had built. Yet even with setbacks, Larry Hennig's influence endured, not only through his memorable in-ring performances, but through the wrestling dynasty he nurtured. When he passed away at the age of 82, the wrestling world remembered him fondly, a formidable competitor, a loyal family man, and a figure whose legacy continues to inspire wrestlers and fans alike. Tim White, born on March 25, 1954, was a cherished figure in the world of professional wrestling, remembered not just for his work in the ring, but for the humanity and dedication he brought to the sport. White passed away at the age of 68, leaving behind a legacy that goes far beyond the matches he officiated. White's journey in wrestling began in the 1970s, a time when the industry was evolving rapidly, and he quickly earned a reputation for his professionalism, attention to detail, and unwavering commitment. He became a familiar face to fans as a referee in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where he oversaw some of the most memorable and high-stakes matches in wrestling history. From legendary championship bouts to dramatic storylines, White was always there, ensuring that every contest ran smoothly, his calm presence lending credibility and structure to the chaos of the ring. But Tim White's influence went far beyond refereeing. Behind the scenes, he contributed as a producer, helping shape storylines and mentor emerging talent. Many wrestlers have spoken about his guidance and support, noting how his experience and insight helped them navigate the complexities of the wrestling business. He was known for his patience and generosity, often going out of his way to offer advice and encouragement to younger colleagues. Among the most touching aspects of White's life was his friendship with the late Andre the Giant. Their bond was genuine, and it occasionally became part of storylines, adding a heartfelt human element that fans could connect with. This friendship reflected the warmth and loyalty that characterized White's relationships, both inside and outside the ring. Tim White's passing marked a significant loss for the wrestling world. Colleagues and fans alike remember him not just for the professionalism he displayed in every match, but for his kindness, mentorship, and integrity. His contributions helped shape the careers of countless wrestlers and enrich the industry as a whole. Tim White will be remembered as a true professional and a compassionate figure whose impact continues to inspire those who follow in his footsteps. Mike Sharpe, born on October 28, 1951 in Canada, was a professional wrestler whose career, spanning several decades, left a lasting impression on the wrestling world. While he may not have captured major championships, Sharpe became a familiar and respected figure among fans and fellow wrestlers alike, remembered not only for his in-ring ability, but also for his unwavering dedication to the sport he loved. Sharpe's journey into professional wrestling began in the late 1970s. From the very start, he stood out with his robust physique and a natural presence that commanded attention in the ring. Over time, he honed his craft, developing a style that combined technical skill with agility, highlighted by his signature move, the Sharpe Shooter. Whether performing in front of small regional crowds or under the bright lights of major promotions, Sharpe approached every match with focus and professionalism, earning the respect of peers and audiences alike. During the 1980s and early 1990s, Sharpe became a recognizable figure in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, sharing the ring with some of the industry's biggest names, including Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Even though he wasn't a headline champion, his role as a dependable performer was invaluable. Sharpe was known as the kind of wrestler who could elevate others, helping to make his opponents look their best while never losing sight of his own craft. Fans admired him for his consistency, work ethic, and the subtle charisma he brought to every appearance. Outside the ring, Sharpe was remembered as a humble and approachable individual. His dedication to wrestling went beyond personal glory. He genuinely cared about the growth and success of the sport and the people in it. Tragically, Mike Sharpe passed away at the age of 64, leaving behind a legacy built on determination, resilience, and respect for his craft. Though he may not have held championship titles, his influence on professional wrestling and the wrestlers he worked with remains undeniable. Today, fans and fellow performers continue to honor his contributions, remembering Sharpe not just for his matches, but for the integrity, passion, and heart he brought to every moment in the squared circle. Jonathan Salofa Fatu, better known to wrestling fans worldwide as Jimmy Uso, is not just a performer in the squared circle. He is a symbol of resilience, determination, and unwavering commitment to the art of professional wrestling. From the moment he stepped into the WWE spotlight alongside his identical twin brother Jey Uso, Jimmy became a cornerstone of WWE's tag team division, captivating audiences with his exceptional athleticism, high-flying maneuvers, and undeniable charisma. Yet behind the glitz, glamour, and roar of the crowd lies a story of perseverance in the face of repeated physical setbacks that have tested both his body and spirit. The world of professional wrestling is as unforgiving as it is entertaining, demanding athletes push their bodies to the limits, often in the face of serious injuries, intense schedules, and relentless expectations. Jimmy Uso's journey through WWE is a testament to what it truly means to be a warrior, navigating career-threatening injuries, rumors, and the pressures of maintaining elite performance while staying true to the craft he loves. From the early days of the Usos' rise in WWE, it was clear that Jimmy and Jey shared more than just a familial bond. They shared a dedication to redefining the tag team landscape. The Usos quickly became known for their seamless teamwork, synchronized offense, and the ability to deliver both thrilling athletic showcases and emotionally compelling storytelling in every match. But the intensity and physicality required to achieve this level of excellence inevitably took a toll on Jimmy's body. The injuries he has sustained over the years, ranging from the routine and minor to the severe and career-threatening, paint a vivid picture of the sacrifices demanded of professional wrestlers. Yet despite these challenges, Jimmy has consistently demonstrated an exceptional ability to recover, adapt, and return stronger, reminding fans that perseverance is just as important as talent in the world of wrestling. The knee injury and ACL surgery, a test of resilience. Arguably, the most significant challenge in Jimmy Uso's career came in early 2020 during WrestleMania 36. Competing in a high-stakes, high-risk ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, Jimmy suffered a devastating knee injury, later diagnosed as a torn anterior cruciate ligament, ACL. This type of injury is among the most serious in sports, requiring surgery and a long, grueling period of rehabilitation. For athletes like Jimmy, whose performances rely on explosive movement, agility, and timing, an ACL tear is not only physically debilitating, but mentally taxing as well, as the recovery process tests patience, endurance, and faith in one's own body. The surgery, which took place in May 2020, marked the beginning of nearly a year-long journey back to the ring. While standard recovery timelines for ACL reconstruction suggest 6 to 9 months, the unique demands of professional wrestling extended Jimmy's rehabilitation, requiring meticulous care, gradual strength rebuilding, and constant monitoring to ensure long-term joint stability. Throughout this period, WWE fans, family, and fellow wrestlers watched with anticipation and hope, eager to witness the return of a performer who had become synonymous with energy, heart, and unmatched athletic prowess. In May 2021, Jimmy made his highly anticipated comeback, aligning with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, a moment that not only signified his physical recovery, but also underscored his resilience, proving that determination and dedication could triumph over adversity. This milestone in his career remains a vivid illustration of Jimmy's ability to face setbacks head-on and return with renewed purpose, a true testament to his status as a cornerstone of WWE. Shoulder and rib injuries, endurance amid pain. Even before the ACL tear, Jimmy's career had been punctuated by a series of injuries that tested his physical limits and endurance. In 2015, he suffered a shoulder injury that necessitated an extended break from active competition. Shoulder injuries, while common in wrestling, due to repetitive, high-impact moves and heavy lifting, are particularly challenging as they impact a performer's ability to execute core maneuvers, from suplexes to aerial offense. Jimmy approached his rehabilitation with the same determination that would later define his ACL recovery, undergoing intensive therapy, conditioning, and careful retraining to restore strength and mobility. In early 2016, he faced another hurdle when rib injuries, sustained during a brutal SmackDown encounter, temporarily affected his performance. Rib injuries can be deceptively painful, making every movement, breath, and physical engagement a challenge. Remarkably, Jimmy continued to perform through these limitations, demonstrating not only his toughness, but also his commitment to his fans and the craft of professional wrestling. Each time he returned from injury, he did so with a renewed drive to deliver peak performances, proving that setbacks were temporary and resilience was permanent. Concussions and the importance of health protocols. Concussions are among the most concerning injuries in contact sports, including professional wrestling, where repeated impacts and high-risk maneuvers pose real risks to long-term health. In 2019, Jimmy experienced a concussion scare during a live event, a reminder of the physical dangers inherent in wrestling. WWE's strict concussion protocols ensured that Jimmy underwent thorough medical evaluations and was not permitted to return to in-ring action until fully cleared. This incident highlighted not only the seriousness of such injuries, but also WWE's commitment to prioritizing the safety and well-being of its superstars. Despite the initial concern, Jimmy returned to competition in full health, dispelling any fears that the concussion would impact his career trajectory. This experience reinforced a critical lesson. Professional athletes must balance passion and performance with vigilance for their health, a principle Jimmy exemplifies in every stage of his career. Hand and wrist injuries, adaptation, and skill. Over the years, Jimmy Uso has also faced minor but impactful injuries to his hands and wrists. These injuries, while not as publicly prominent as his knee or shoulder issues, nonetheless required adjustments to his in-ring style. Wrestling demands precision and strength in the hands, from gripping opponents to executing maneuvers safely and effectively. Jimmy's ability to adapt to these limitations, modifying techniques and relying on his athletic intelligence, underscores the mental as well as physical resilience required to sustain a long wrestling career. Each adaptation highlights his capacity to overcome adversity without compromising performance, further cementing his reputation as a dedicated and resourceful athlete. Dispelling health rumors, separating fact from fiction. As with many high-profile performers, Jimmy Uso's career has been subject to speculation and rumor, particularly regarding his health. Following his 2020 ACL injury, rumors circulated suggesting that his career was in jeopardy or that he might never return to WWE. These claims were unfounded, as evidenced by his successful comeback in May 2021. Similarly, following his concussion scare in 2019, some reports inaccurately labeled the injury as career-ending. In reality, WWE's stringent protocols ensured that he was fully recovered before returning to action, highlighting the difference between speculation and verified medical facts. Additionally, speculative reports suggesting that Jimmy suffered from chronic health issues threatening his ability to wrestle have no credible basis. His consistent return to peak performance demonstrates that while injuries are an inevitable part of his career, there are no ongoing medical conditions preventing him from competing at the highest level. Even criticisms suggesting that his prior injuries weakened his in-ring performance fail to account for the level of skill, athleticism, and storytelling he continues to bring to every match, particularly alongside his twin brother in the Usos. In fact, his ability to return from serious injuries and perform at an elite level only reinforces his resilience and dedication. Financial considerations and professional stability. While Jimmy Uso's career has largely been defined by his in-ring achievements, professional wrestling is also an industry where financial stability can be influenced by multiple factors, including injury layoffs, contract negotiations, and the unpredictable nature of booking decisions. Extended absences due to injuries, such as his year-long ACL rehabilitation, have inevitably affected earnings tied to appearances, merchandise sales, and event participation. Despite these challenges, Jimmy's stature within WWE, his affiliation with the Bloodline, and his consistent performances have secured his professional and financial standing. He represents an example of a superstar who, through skill, reputation, and resilience, has navigated the unpredictable landscape of wrestling business while maintaining stability and security for himself and his family. The intersection of health challenges and professional wrestling economics is a reality for many athletes, and Jimmy's career exemplifies how careful management, dedication, and adaptability can sustain both career longevity and financial well-being. Injuries as a catalyst for growth. Throughout his career, injuries have been more than setbacks. They have served as catalysts for growth and reinvention. The adversity Jimmy has faced, from the ACL tear to shoulder, rib, hand, and wrist injuries, has required him to develop not only physical resilience, but also strategic intelligence, patience, and adaptability. Each rehabilitation period has been an opportunity for reflection, skill refinement, and renewed focus on long-term goals. Jimmy's ability to emerge from these periods with enhanced performance and renewed vigor illustrates a critical trait of elite athletes: the capacity to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. This mindset, paired with his natural talent and charisma, distinguishes him from his peers and ensures that his contributions to WWE extend beyond the ring, influencing the next generation of performers. The human side of Jimmy Uso: dedication and passion. Behind the persona of Jimmy Uso, the fan favorite, exists a human being navigating the pressures of a demanding career, the realities of injury recovery, and the expectations of millions. His journey embodies the universal themes of struggle, perseverance, and triumph, resonating with fans who see reflections of their own challenges in his story. Jimmy's commitment to his craft, his ability to overcome physical adversity, and his unwavering dedication to entertaining audiences reveal a depth of character that extends far beyond the ring. These human qualities, resilience, empathy, and courage, underscore why he is revered not only as a performer, but as a figure of inspiration. His narrative reminds audiences that behind every highlight reel maneuver lies years of hard work, sacrifice, and determination to rise above obstacles, reinforcing the emotional connection fans have with him. The road ahead: continuing legacy. As Jimmy Uso moves forward in his career, the trajectory remains promising yet demanding. Professional wrestling, by nature, is a physically taxing profession where injuries are an ongoing risk. However, Jimmy's track record demonstrates a capacity to confront these risks with courage, strategic preparation, and disciplined rehabilitation. Whether continuing as part of the Usos, maintaining his role in the bloodline, or exploring potential solo endeavors, his presence in WWE remains integral to the company's storytelling and in-ring landscape. Fans can anticipate that, despite inevitable future challenges, Jimmy will continue to deliver electrifying performances, defy expectations, and serve as a model of perseverance for fellow wrestlers and fans alike. Each match, each return from injury, and each storyline involvement builds upon a legacy defined not only by skill and athleticism, but by a profound resilience that embodies the spirit of a true champion. Conclusion: a legacy of resilience and inspiration. Jimmy Uso's career is a compelling narrative of highs and lows, victories and setbacks, and above all, resilience in the face of adversity. From the physical toll of ACL surgery to shoulder, rib, hand, and wrist injuries, he has confronted challenges that could have derailed lesser careers. Yet through disciplined rehabilitation, unwavering commitment, and a passion for wrestling, Jimmy has consistently returned to deliver performances that excite, inspire, and captivate audiences. Rumors and speculation regarding his health have been met with tangible proof of his capability as he continues to perform at an elite level, embodying both strength and adaptability. Beyond the accolades and in-ring success, Jimmy Uso represents the human capacity to overcome, adapt, and thrive despite obstacles, leaving a lasting impact on WWE and on the fans who admire him. His story is one of endurance, dedication, and heart, a legacy built not only on victories in the ring, but on the courage and perseverance that define him as a performer and as a person. As the chapters of his career continue to unfold, one truth remains clear: Jimmy Uso is, and will remain, a living testament to the power of resilience, the importance of health awareness, and the enduring impact of passion in professional wrestling.